Hello, dear listener. Welcome to another episode of the 10 Laws podcast with East Forest. I'm Mr. Forest East, and I'm coming to you from Mammoth Lakes, California. Just got done here with the festival, and Rada and I have a couple days off before we cruise down to Esalen for the Esalen retreat over the summer solstice, which is also, as I've said before, the release of Chapter 3, Ram Dass. It's coming out June 21st, which is wonderfully also the summer solstice. So it's going to be really cool to be at Esalen to celebrate that, actually on the sunset, and be playing that music for the folks that are going to be at the retreat. And I can't stream that one live to you because Esalen is like on 1990s dial-up style internet that's only available in between meals, only in one place at the kitchen. And you remember, like in the early days of the internet, if you were trying to see an image, you kind of like download it and it'd be like blip, 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 slowly loading on the screen, and you'd sit there and wait, sometimes minutes, as the image would load. That's Esalen's internet. So, but what you can do is you can celebrate with us in real time in your space, wherever you are in the world, and you can share with me and us and everyone else what you guys are doing out there. Host a listening gathering. A listening gathering can be by yourself. It can be with your partner, your friends, or you can open it up to the community. If you want some materials, we'll send you this, the songs, the lyrics, some discussion questions, a talk that by Ram Dass that digs into these new themes that come up in Chapter 3 a little deeper. Just email Isabel at newlevel.com, and that's new, N, and the number 3W, so N3W level.com. Isabel at newlevel.com. She'll hook you up. She'll give you what you need so you can do it right. But I can't wait to share these songs with you. It's 3 new songs for Chapter 3, 3 for 3. And we got some featured guests. The first song is called Like Taking Off an Old Shoe, a.k.a. Death, which is a cool phrase that I like of Ram Dass's. It's a beautiful track. It features Kylie King playing the viola, and it's got this Prophet synthesizer doing this arpeggiator thing. It's kind of a hip, it's kind of electroacoustic, 80s meets. It's got this cool vibe. It's kind of in between worlds. And then, being the summer solstice, we're going to jump into some summer vibrations. There's a track with Stickman from Dead Prez. He does some emceeing on the track called Electronic Sea, which is pretty dope because Ram Dass is going to talk about technology. I asked him a question about all this technology and information sickness that we're inundated with, and what do we do? And I sing the hook on that one too. I don't sing a lot on this record because I only did it when I felt like it was necessary and a featured guest wasn't the one to do it, so it was going to be me. So you're stuck with me on that track. And Stick and Ram Dass. And then the last one's called Soul Land, and that features the Mynah Birds, Laura Bird of the Mynah Birds. And that's I guess it's chill wave. It's kind of a chill wave type vibe. It's the most electronic song on the record, but it's pretty sweet little vibration, especially dropping on the summer solstice. So that, God willing, will be on all platforms on Friday, June 21st. I can't wait to hear what you guys think. I'm so excited to be continuing this journey, releasing this stuff. This would be 3 of 4, and everything's culminating on August 9th when it's the whole record. So yeah, just can't wait to when you make this stuff largely on your own, it's very exciting then to finally get a reverberation back from comments and emails and social shares and photos and the listening gatherings. It's like an amplification of a lot of the emotions and the creative process that I've been going through privately now for a year. Actually, holy shit, today that I'm recording this is June 16th. It was exactly a year ago today that I sat down with Ram Dass to record for our second session. I was there for a week, but this was the day we scheduled. It's also my mother's birthday. And it's also Father's Day today. So happy Father's Day, all you fathers out there. That's an interesting alignment. I like that. A year ago to the day. So because of that, in honor of that, today I'm going to take a slight detour from the typical conversations that I have with folks, and I'm going to share with you the live concert that I played at the Ram Dass retreat in Maui, the spring retreat 2019. So I was there about a month ago, and I got the opportunity to be on the stage and play live. And I wanted to play the Ram Dass material, obviously, because it was a celebration of sorts of having been there roughly a year ago at that time when I didn't have anything. We were just gathering the raw recordings from Ram Dass. I didn't even know what I was going to get. I didn't know if we'd get really anything, actually. But I knew we were going to hopefully sit down. And I had this vision that we were just going to sort of be in conversation and I would grab snippets from it. But I didn't think that he'd give me such concise gold. Of course he did, though, looking back. And being on that stage was a powerful moment with that giant picture of Maharaji behind me. And Krishna Das joining me for I Am Loving Awareness Live. First time he and I got to work together in a live setting. And then the whole Sangha out there. And just the energy of Ram Dass and Maharaji and everyone just soaking up these new vibrations and these new sounds. It was beautiful. And they recorded it at the soundboard. And I thought, oh, this could be fun to share with you guys. So that's what I'm going to give you today. But a little bit of quick business before we do that. After Esalen, I'm cruising down to Santa Barbara on June 24th, and then I'll be in Laguna on June 25th, and San Diego on June 27th. So that'll be the end of the West Coast tour. Please come out, say hi. This has been an epic tour for me, but it's been amazing to make these connections. It's sort of a 5-week thing, this whole run when I'm done. We're still trying to figure out where we're going to be exactly on August 9th-ish. Well, August 9th is the release of the Ram Dass record, but we'll, stay tuned for that on social media or join the mailing list at eastforest.org. And one date that got added just now in September 19th, is Burlington, Vermont. So all those dates and info and tickets are at eastforest.org. And of course, you can join us for the East Forest Retreat. Still a few spots left for that. September 26th through 29th in the beautiful southern Utah, Four Corners of Boulder, Utah. So those are the live dates. And also be at the SAND, Science and Non-Duality Conference in October, late October. Please do give this podcast a review. It's super easy. If you're on the Apple type stuff, you can just scroll down, I think from the available episode screen, just keep scrolling all the way down and force it to take you down into the depths where you can hit the 5 stars and write a review. You can actually just hit that little blue, write a review, type in a few sentences. You can say anything you want. I will see it. Others will see it. And it's a way for you to give a little support for this complimentary podcasting that we do. All right. Let's dig into this business. This is East Forest. I don't mean to say it in the third person, but it's East Forest live at the Spring Ram Dass Retreat in Maui, Hawaii.
Words, and we put it to some music, and we'd love to put it out there, social media or in digital land somehow. And unfortunately, it's not very good. In fact, if I was in private with you, I'd be saying something way more tough. But one day, somebody came to me, and I do listen to everything. I don't shine anything on. And somebody came to me and said the same thing, they'd like to do it. And did you have a
plan? Or?
No. No, did you send me something right away? Or did I say, do something so I can hear it? One of the two.
No, we chatted on your podcast, got to know each other, and then I had this vision to do it. You went to India, and I waited for you to get back, and I typed you an email with this is what I want to do, and this is why I'm the guy to do it. And to this man's credit, you said yes, which I was just like, oh, thank God.
How did I do
that?
God. Jeez.
And then I wanted to come out and record Ram Dass, and that was the next step because you're like, well, just dig into the archives. And And then we came out, and that was last June.
Right.
And here we are.
So when I did get, so maybe I was prompted in a way that was beyond me to do this with Trevor, East Forest. But when he sent me the first version of one of the songs that are on the album, I knew absolutely this person had done something so unique and so honoring of Ram Dass that I was really happy. We had another person who did a beautiful took a meditation of Ram Dass's, Justin Beretta, and put beautiful music to it. It's a fantastic. So we had the idea, wow, this would be good if more of this can happen. And then Trevor came along. And I really love everything that he's done with this. It's just fantastic, as you'll experience. You've heard some of it in the PA. And Kelly, who takes care of Be Here Now Network, our podcast network, is working with Trevor and his team to get the record out there. So she'll tell you what's going on.
Hi. I'm really excited about this album. It's a fresh example of Ram Dass's teachings, so it's really exciting that's going out into the world. Brand new. It's like stuff he says he's not said anyplace else, so it's really exciting that it's put together with East Forest Here's musical compositions. So the album has come out with 2 chapters thus far. We will have the 3rd chapter coming out June 21st. Spotify is the best place to check it out. And then on August 9th will be the final full album drop, so you'll have all 4 chapters together. And we'll be launching that day. And then throughout the fall, we'll really love all of your support. So please download and share. And if you're inspired to share your interest with Ram Dass with people who you don't know how to introduce it to, this is the way. So enjoy.
Great. Very good.
Thanks. Thank you.
East Forest.
Thanks, guys.
Trevor.
Thanks. Well, I'm sure you want to hear the music, and so I don't want to get too much into the background, but I have so many stories to tell about this record and how it came to be, and the featured artists that came on board. And it's just, I mean, I pestered that man, I think 5 years ago. You don't know this, but I sent you an email begging to play at this. And of course, it wasn't the right time, but I didn't think it would manifest in a way that was to work with Ram Dass to bring teachings from now and something he could address now. And I've been touring around and playing these songs in all sorts of places, from Plano, Texas, to the Catskills of New York, to the West Coast, all over the place, and watching people come up to me. I had an old cowboy come up to me in Dallas. He said, who's that guy who's talking up there? You know, I was like, his name is Ram Dass. He's like, I like it. He's like, can you write it down? And I was like, I could just see the rabbit hole this guy's about to go down. I'm just like, yes, it's working. So, but if you want to hear more of those stories, I did podcasts with like Krishna Das and Trevor Hall, people who worked on the record, and we get deeper into like the process of each of the songs, and that's through my podcast. But this first song is called Nature, and basically last June, Rod and I came and we sat in Ram Dass's study for a few different days, and I'd ask him questions, just kind of kickstart a conversation, and he would just go. And what I like about the music is that he comes alive in the music in such an interesting way, because the rhythm of his speech now is inside the music, and the music is supporting that. And so I asked him a question about how we can use nature, especially youth, and with all the technology going on, as a way of finding ourselves, as a way of returning to source. And we were in his study looking out on the ocean. If you can see that scene, and this is exactly what he said.
Trees, grasses, water, sun, are our friends, are us. Nature embraces us, and we embrace nature. We are nature. We are the trees and the clouds and the waters. When you hug a tree, you're hugging yourself. We are human beings. Human beings are part of nature. When you're seeing the ocean or the lake or the river, you're seeing yourself. Nature is a manifestation of God. In that manifestation, it's love all the way. Trees, grasses, water, sun, stars, moon, clouds, rain, all are our friends, are us. Nature embraces us, and we embrace nature.
And after that, thank you. I asked him a question about dark thoughts. You know, it's something when Duncan was talking sort of about the shadow. I deal with that a lot, and it's something I struggle with. And I wanted to ask him. And suicides are on the rise in our country, and opioid crisis. And I was like, how do we speak to them? What would you say to them about how to deal with when we have dark thoughts? And this was his answer.
thought. A dark thought that isn't going to get you anywhere. You witness it and love it. You love your dark thought. Remember, the witness is part of the soul, and the soul loves everything. Everything, not every being, but everything. Loves the clouds, trees, and the fish, and the animals. And that love coalesces the universe.
Thank you. We're going to bring a friend up on stage. Our friend, I'm going to surprise him here. Krishna Das. You're on. So Krishna Das, Mr. Krishna Das. So I put him on the spot. I asked him to come up here and sing something he did on this song. We've never done this before. And so
it'll never happen again, I can guarantee you that.
This is one of a kind, one of a kind. So he worked on a track called I Am Loving Awareness that came together really magically. And you sent me your vocal, but we never did it in person. So this is sort of like...
I didn't even do it in person when I did it the first time. No.
But this is the first time on a recording that the brothers Ram Das and Krishna Das have sung around one another, so to speak, and it's very special for me.
Yeah, truthfully, I was really struck by the beauty of Trevor's work, Krishna's work, so beautiful, that I had to beg him to let me sing on this track.
Yeah, there wasn't much begging. I think it was a quick Skype call, and I was like, let's do it. But this is the only track on the record that I think really is a meditation, where Ram Dass, by talking about loving awareness, is actually giving us the chance to embody it and feel it through the music. And this is what I love, is when music becomes a tool. So as an invitation, if you'd like to use this as a meditation, feel free. It's about 10 minutes. And there's a middle section where Krishna Das will just let that improvisation flow through him. So this is I Am Loving Awareness featuring Krishna Das.
we have to get out of our minds. Our thinking minds. I'll tell you how I do it. Using a mantra or phrase. I am loving awareness. 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 Loving awareness. Huh. I'm loving awareness. I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. am loving awareness. Loving awareness is a name for soul, which you really are. Leads you to love everything you are aware of. The sky, the room, your body, other people. And then I ride the mantra into my heart. And in my heart, I see a doorway or a veil to the next plane. Soul land. I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. I'm loving awareness. I am loving awareness.
Krishna Das, thank you. Wow. Well, that happened. Wow. All right. But we also got into some pretty fun subjects too. I asked him, I noticed on his bookshelf when I was there, there was a lot of books, but there's a copy of Michael Pollan's new book, How to Change Your Mind, about psychedelic assisted therapy. That's in this burgeoning research that's coming out. There's sort of a flowering of opening of research. So I said, hey, psilocybin in particular, is someone clapping for that? I love it. So psilocybin. yes, psilocybin. And I said, what do you think? What's the promise for this? Where do we go with it? How do we use this as a tool? And I had this long-winded question that I thought was nuanced and all this kind of stuff. And he's looking at me. He's like, okay. And he's like, I have an answer. And this, I thought, was the perfect opening line I had ever heard. And it sort of sums up Ram Dass too and his humor. And I love this story. This is called Home.
psilocybin is my friend. Psilocybin got me onto the spiritual path. My first trip, I did it with Tim Leary and Allen Ginsberg. We were in the kitchen in Tim's house, but the talking was too much for me. So I went into the living room, which was dark, and I sat down on the couch, and I thought, I have my body at least. But I looked down, there was the couch, there was no me sitting on the couch. Body. No roles, no body. And then I sensed in me a place of love. And I said, I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. Spiritual planes of consciousness. I had never done that before. I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. The soul takes birth, takes incarnation to learn. Our perception of the soul is love, 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 love. fellow souls. I love things. I love my pain, my wheelchair. I love you all. I love the whole universe. We love everyone by inhabiting the soul. The soul takes birth, takes incarnation to learn. Our perception of the soul is love, 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 love.
Thank you very much. I do want to just say, I'm going to do one more track for you from the record. And if you like this stuff, it's not even finished. Right after this is done, I'm going to head down to the studio in southern Utah and mix the final tracks so we can get chapter 3 out on the summer solstice, and chapter 4, which is the whole record. It's a 14-song record on August 9th. And for those in LA, if you'd like to join us, we're going to be doing a release event somewhere there. But I just want to thank Ram Dass for giving me the time to do this and the trust. I do remember when I walked in the study, I was nervous, and we hadn't met, and I was setting up the mic and stuff, and he looked over at me and he said, "Have you done this before?" I was like, sort of. sort of, like, do you have a plan? And I'll tell this very briefly. And then I, the door was finally shut, and I'm there, and all of a sudden it kind of hit me. I've listened to Ram Dass's talks for a long time, and his books, and I felt like I was on the outside and I was reading the books. And then all the way up until that moment, I still felt like, well, I'm a fly on the wall, and I've weaseled my way in here. I fooled them, and okay, now let's do it. Record. Okay, so, and he looked at me for the first time like that, and as he looks at you, and I just went blank, and I didn't know what to do or to say, and I looked over his shoulder on his bookshelf, and there was a picture of Maharaji laughing. And that kind of broke me open, because I realized none of us are on any outside of anything. We're all souls. We're all crossing paths right now. And this was part of that too. We're all singing one another awake. And it was so beautiful. And I'm going to tell you, this morning, as I came to come here, and I grabbed my backpack, and I wanted to grab a recorder I have in there. I thought maybe I'd record this. And there's a pocket in my backpack. You know those inside pockets you don't use? And I have a recorder in there all the time to gather my field recordings. But I haven't done it in a long time, months. But for some reason, I reached in to get that recorder. And there was a picture of Maharaji in my bag. This is not my picture. Either somebody put this in my bag or Maharaji put this in my bag. It doesn't matter. I mean, the odds, I easily could not even have seen this for... So I want to thank Maharaji for allowing all of this to happen. And of course, Raghu, as we mentioned, for his vision to have this happen, and Rachel and Kelly and Rita and everyone at Love Serve Remember, Krishna Das for joining in on it, and the other collaborators we have, Trevor Hall and Stick from Dead Prez, and Laura Bird from the Mina Birds, and there'll probably be more, and Hammock did a remix, and it's still unfolding, it's still happening. So if you want to help, you let us know how you can help. That's beautiful. Thank you to Radha and to Carl today. So this is the last song. This is called You're a Guru. And what I like about this one is, remember we were talking the other day about guru as a touchy subject, so to speak? Maybe not with us, but in general. And I like ending with this one out in the world and saying to people, Radha was telling me about the sort of the etymology of the word guru, this idea of bringing light into dark, or emergence, discovery. And Ram Dass says in this song, you're a guru. But then at the same time, he's talking all about his guru. And in the background of the song is this, you're a guru, the whole time. And it gets into this kind of meta thing that I really like. And I think it just, as with all these songs, it creates a sort of field of energy. And that's what I'm always going for with music, is to engender a feeling, and to take us to that place inside that is infinite, that is the oneness, that is the soul. Because we all need singing too. It's part of my practice, but it's a practice of, they say, the choir doesn't need singing to. Touché. We need the most singing to in a lot of ways, to inspire each other. So this is called You're a Guru.
You're a guru. You're a guru. You're a guru. You're a guru. You're a guru. You're a guru. You're a guru. Even if you have never met your guru is there. Everybody has a guru. You're a guru. You're a guru. If you don't think you have a guru, I'll lend you mine. Before I realized that he was here, I felt I was the captain of my ship. Now, he's the captain of my ship. I surrender. I turn to him, and he decides, and God decides. He has his Leela, or dance, or game, and I'm part of that dance. You're a guru. Maharaji, in my second visit to India, took me aside and said to me, Ramdas, love everybody. And I said, I can't. My mind is full of judgments. He said, Ramdas, love everybody and tell the truth. And those instructions have been my guide to my sadhana. and my sadhana has led to my soul. And souls love each other and tell the truth.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure and an honor. Thank you. Stick around. Krishna Das is next. Thank you.